Approximately 7.6 million animals enter the animal shelters nationwide each year. Approximately 3.9 million are dogs and 3.4 are cats. To one human being that is homeless, there are 5 homeless animals. You may ask why such a large amount. The owners give them up due to not wanting them anymore, or not being able to afford them, or they simply just ran away from home. We can decrease the overpopulation of stray animals by adopting out our pets at the American Humane Society or ASPCA or at any local shelter. Adopting pets from shelters rescues stray animals and puts them into good homes. Benefits not just the animal but you as well. According to the Humane Society, each year 2.7 million adoptable dogs and cats are euthanized each year, simply because there's too many pets in the shelters. There's too many pets in the shelters because too many people don't consider adoption as an option. Stray animals suffer from starvation, disease, and lack of shelter from the elements. According to the American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, the number of strays in America are 5 to 7 million. Only 5 to 7 million are brought to shelters each year. For each of these animals, it could be the end of the line for them. For a select few, the possibility of being adopted into a good home with food, water, and shelter may become a reality. When you adopt an animal from the shelter, not only are you saving the life of that animal that you're bringing home, but you're saving the life of many animals to come. When you pay for that adoption fee, the fee goes back to the shelter to help care for the other animals. Pets require a good amount of commitment and responsibility. Many people do not realize this, and then it's too late. They think they can simply let an animal loose once they get tired of it, or they think that animal shelters can provide a good home for it. Our disposable society has created a new commodity, the disposable pet. Over the years, homeless animal population has skyrocketed due to the following reasons of lack of commitment on the part of the owner, the belief that animals are disposable, the misconception that the Humane Society or shelters can take care of all the animals, and the failure of pet owners to spay or neuter the animals. Pet overpopulation is not the millions of surplus animals born each year, but an animal or litter turned in, giving away, sold, abandoned, or no longer cared for. The correlation is rarely understood by the individuals turning in, giving away, selling, or abandoning their animals. People may buy a pet for several reasons. They want companies, they think it's cute, it's nice for the children to have, or they just want a pet as a present. The novelty of a pet quickly wears off once the owner realizes that the animals require a lot of commitment and care for. Taking the dog outside and cleaning out the cat box are not fun. The owner does not realize this when they're purchasing or receiving the animal. After perhaps a year, an animal might need a new home. Many people buy kittens or puppies because they're young and cute, but unwilling to care for them when they're old. Once an owner does not want a pet, they think they can simply let it loose. Animals left in the street to fend for themselves have life expectancies less than a year. They will die of starvation, overpopulation, or get hit by a car. Pets are domestic animals. They are used to being taken care of, and their survival instincts are poor. On their own, they are totally helpless. Pet owners don't realize that cats and dogs' survival rates skills have dwelled considerably by domestication. These animals do not know how to survive on their own, where to find food and shelter. It is cruel and inhumane to turn an animal out of the streets. As a consequence, a large group of dogs have been known to form packs around overpopulated areas of towns. These animals may have rabies, diseases, and fleas. If the animals don't die, there is a chance of recruiters and further adding the homeless animal population. Now, what's the difference between buying from a store and buying from a pet store? The answer is puppy mills. Puppy mills are created for the sole purpose of profit, and they have been around for decades. They are breeding dogs in small barred cages with poor health conditions to be sold to the pet stores. Dogs which yield expensive designer breeds are forced to breed as many times a year as possible until they are no longer fertile. Once they become infertile, they are tried to be sold to another puppy mill to be bred for that one last litter, or they simply use the knives once they're useless. So when you purchase an animal from a pet store, you're helping the profits of puppy mills to strive. Now you may ask, would buying from the pet store save these animals? Yes, ideally it will take them out of the conditions. But when you purchase them, those money goes to the puppy mills to keep further producing the animals until they're useless. There are other ways to purchase a certain breed or a purebred instead of buying it from puppy mills. A lot of shelters have pure. Okay, I can't.
Keep going.
What's so funny?
I don't understand because this speech is going wonderful. What is it that she's saying? Would you like to talk about it?
No. Okay, I'm just gonna start where I left off.
Okay.
Yeah. There are ways to be an owner of a certain dog breed or purebred animal besides buying one from a puppy mill. Sadly, dogs of all kinds are abandoned by their owners. According to the Humane Society, it's estimated that 20% of dogs that come into the shelters are purebreds. So if you're looking for a certain breed, your local shelter may have it. To help these animals in need is by adopting or donating to your local shelter, or even volunteering. When you adopt an animal, it comes at a lesser price for you. Most shelters adopt out a certain animal and have it spayed or neutered, catch up on all their shots, and even a few items to help you with your first animal. I know when I adopted my dog, they gave me $250 for their 2 vet visits, microchipped them, and spayed her, and came the dog. So, in conclusion, adopt to save a life, gain a new friend, and get more animals off the streets and in harm's way. Anyone have any questions?
So when you adopt a dog, right?
Yeah.
What is the percentage rate that they get returned? Because the owner doesn't take care of the dog.
Well, I don't know the exact answers, but when shelters adopt out dogs, they check the background and see how dedicated these owners really want the dog or animal. Any other questions?
Do they provide training for the dogs?
No, but while in their care, they may train basic commands.
That's all the questions I have. Anyone else?
Yeah, whose stomach growled?
Alright.
We were promised breakfast before.
Yeah, I mean,
No!
way past my breakfast time.
I was lost.